Arbogast. Welcome. Thank you all for listening to me today. So I have about 5 titles at any given moment. I wear a lot of different hats on a daily basis. My primary hat that I take the most amount of pride in and ownership of is the director of iMagine Upstate, which is an outreach program. And I'm going to kind of tell you how all those hats fit together through this. I work for Clemson University in workforce development and the College of Engineering, STEM outreach coordinator for that arm of Clemson. So I work with programs like iMagine and the STEAM network and the STEAM Tenant Artisphere, things like that. So if you're ever interested in learning about those programs internal to Clemson, please feel free to take down my email and reach out to me. So, just so you know, can help out with that as well. Well, I'm here to talk to you about iMagine Upstate, and the main goal of iMagine Upstate is to create meaningful experiences that create a culture of lifelong learning here in the Upstate, as well as help with some career readiness. I think some of you guys are familiar with some of these new terms in education, like career readiness, with an emphasis on science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, so STEAM, as well as some innovation, entrepreneurial activity in the Upstate. And you guys probably all know that all weaves together. So helping kids get excited about careers that are here. Just a little history. iMagine Upstate is an initiative and program of the Upstate STEM Collaborative. And how that came about was it wasn't an overnight success. You know, it took a lot of people, a lot of industry partners to make this happen. So the Upstate STEM Collaborative brings together educators, industry, nonprofit organizations, various programs in STEM education throughout the Upstate region of South Carolina. We also have partners in the Low Country STEM Collaborative, and we work very closely with them as well. So what kind of came about was the African American Network at Michelin had some panel discussions talking about what are some issues in workforce development. And that was way back in 2011. And group consensus was the issue was STEM education and elevating that and talking about how we can better serve our communities and our teachers with the resources they need in the classroom. So through various meetings and sessions, they decided that forming a formal collaborative was the best approach to making some of their initiatives happen. So collaborative happened and was formed. Do you guys know Nan Dempsey? Have you heard of her? She's a former teacher, and she is the former director of the Upstate STEM Collaborative and a big mentor of mine. She retired this past year. Enter, I'm now the director of the Upstate STEM Collaborative. So I kind of took on her role as well moving forward. So she was part of that in 2013. In 2015, iMagine Upstate happened. iMagine Upstate is a downtown STEM festival for kids, and now it's grown into a much larger celebration. I was on the board of it from the beginning, volunteer-wise, helping with the mission and vision and some marketing background for it. That is my background. And then was contracted to make it happen and be the event planner and marketer for it. So that's kind of how I entered into iMagine Upstate. And then we do other programs like Science on the Move and a few other initiatives throughout the Upstate of South Carolina related to STEM education. And iMagine Upstate is just one of the many priorities within that. The goals is basically to be your marketing channel for all things STEM education and the community. At the time, there wasn't a lot of people talking about STEM education in the Upstate region of South Carolina. There were a lot of industry partners, a lot of teachers, but community, not a lot of knowledge about it. And we really needed to elevate that conversation, get parents, get kids behind it in a big way. So how do you do that? Just marketing. We're trying to showcase, increase awareness, shift the public interest towards that, develop a community that will support STEM initiatives, and now STEAM initiatives, integrating the arts into that as well. But making sure we're still focused on those STEM careers. So we do it. We try to reach out to the general community, students K through 10 or K through 12. Even more so, the K through 20 pipeline is a major focus, as well as employers, industry leaders. So Marketing STEM, that is my job in a nutshell, and I try to do it in really big ways, which is why we do it through events like iMagine Upstate, through out-of-school intervention, help support you guys and give your students resources that you can't give them in the classroom, but need that resource for you. The first festival happened on April 2nd, 2015. Not a lot of people really understood or knew what to expect from it. We are one of 66 science festivals throughout the United States in the STEM Festival Alliance. So this is not a new concept. There were some different models that I could look at to figure out, hey, what works, what doesn't work. We have heavy manufacturing industry here. What other STEM festivals are focused on that and what works for them. So we started it. The community wasn't sure what to expect. And it was awesome. It was crazy. So I want to show you a video from, oh no, not entered. Okay, I have another video that's embedded, so we're good. Well, basically what happened was like 10,000 people showed up and it was amazing. It was free for students. It was K through 12, but how many here have heard of it and gone to it? A couple? Okay, so we shut down Main Street like Fall for Greenville or Artisphere and line it with tents. And in every tent is free hands-on learning activities for students to experience. And it's not just teachers running these experiences. We have people like Floor does a huge tent and they showcase various types of engineering to kids. I think your focus was 6th graders this year. 6th, 7th graders from what I remember. And so we have tips like Floor, GE, Michelin, Bosch, ScanSource. We have nonprofit organizations. The Children's Museum is wonderful and runs a very large maker space at it. So we have all these great things for the families to do in Greenville. And in the second year, I really wanted to expand it. The feedback was great. The partners wanted to do it again. More people wanted to get involved. So we expanded it in 2016. April 2nd of 2016 was our second annual festival. We moved it to the West End to make it a little bit more accessible for the community, closer to free parking. Ten at the Top supported us by paying for public transit to downtown Greenville on that day. So every family was able to come, even if you couldn't afford to pay for parking or didn't have a car. We did a Hispanic marketing outreach and had some Spanish marketing materials available. That was a big hit this year. We expanded the festival itself, the footprint, by including the baseball stadium and putting the robotics team on the stage in the middle of the baseball stadium doing battles, while we have the maker space up in the 500 Club and still Main Street lined with all these things to do and drones safely flying over buildings next to it. So really it's supposed to be a day where no matter what you're interested in, you're going to go because there's going to be something you're going to find, but who knows what you're going to find next to it. You might find out you really are interested in 3D printing, or it's a student that's never seen a 3D printer before, and then they can come back to you and say, hey, look at what I saw. I want to work at GE when I grew up and be a design engineer. That's the ideal. But I didn't want you to hear it from me, so.
Explorers and innovators. Our future. Hear them. Hear them loudly. Listen to where they want to go and give them the map to get there. Help them be more than they could ever imagine.
I think I want to go into the medical field, which was cool because I had the CPR.
Well, I like robotic kind of science.
My favorite part would probably be watching the robot work things. Just seeing the different parts of the robots all come together and going all over the place.
I really liked it. I really loved it, actually. And I like when you can make the different things in the science and cars. I would say that they should come and they should walk around everywhere and visit all the things to have a life.
I love her. She's great.
come because it would help them get an idea of what they like to do and what they want to do when they get older.
Don't just imagine. Be part of our future. 10 days of events, over 20,000 people, one community street expo. Be part of the 3rd annual Imagine Upstate Festival. For more information, go to www.imagineupstate.org or email info@imagineupstate.org.
So that's kind of a recap of what happened last year. That can help you visualize what it is. Planning for this year, just so you guys can know what's going on, and also get an understanding of, you guys are always working on professional development, so am I. I'm looking at the top 4 STEM festivals in the country right now. I would like to position ours in the upstate of South Carolina to be just as big. So, I've met with the teams from the Bay Area, San Diego, Philly, talking with a girl from Cambridge, and MIT to see what they're doing. These are all NSF funded, so just kind of feedback from them, how did they get that funding, and what did their community respond to well, and also setting some benchmarks for us to go against. This year for 2017, we have a 10-day upstate-wide festival, so a big celebration for 10 days happening throughout the upstate. We are going to crowdsource events, plan signature events, you name it, we're doing it. If there's something going on with one of your clubs that you work with or in your classroom, we would love to have them involved as well. The big Steam Fest downtown will be on April 1st. It'll be in the West End of the baseball stadium. Something new this year that might interest you and your students, we are doing a STEM Career Expo at the Well. We're working really closely with the Well. We signed them on as partners this year. We're going to have, it's kind of like a field trip day where kids can go in and learn from employers about different STEM careers, and then after that meet with college recruiters and like the Iron Yard and alternative programs as well as after school programs, how you can build your resume now, and internship opportunities. So that might be something you're interested in. You'll find out more information about that soon.
Can I ask a question about the 10 days?
Mhm.
Those events are just at various places throughout Greenville,
upstate.
or just the whole upstate?
The whole upstate. We really are one large upstate, and there's so much going
Now,
on.
how do you find out about it? You go to the website to find out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Where those particular?
I would go to the website and we'll have it on, we have an event calendar on that, as well as if you want to sign up for the newsletter. I send out a newsletter once a month with opportunities around the upstate for students, parents, and teachers, and young professionals in STEM. We are supporting signature events in Rock Hill, Spartanburg, 3D printing workshops for teachers, as well as the 4-H engineering challenge. So these are some events that we support every year. And I just kind of wanted to show you, back to marketing. Our goal is to reach as many people as possible in the upstate with the opportunities we have available to us. So throughout the year, here's all my social media, right? We're reaching groups, we're growing our followership around the festival when we're sending out all these cool newsletters and talking on social, and the kids are learning about opportunities. That is when we should all be focusing on Imagine's social media. And if you have something that you want me to help you spread the word about, that's the time to send it to me. I want to let you know I'm here for you, to support you. We have a community calendar, a STEAM newsletter, and we're constantly working. I say we, I'm the only one who runs Imagine Upstate. So, hi. It's me. I'm constantly doing all of this, and I have some interns, so, high school and college. But I know we'll get to questions later, so thank you.
Thank you.